Joined now by a man who Donald Trump has said is, quote, disliked by practically everybody. Honestly, it could be a lot worse. He said worse about a lot of people. It is the Attorney General of New York, Eric Schneiderman, who joins us to talk about the civil lawsuit that you have now pending against Trump U. Let's say this wasn't Donald Trump and Trump University. How big a case is this in the scheme of things as your office brings?
Well, we've brought cases against different for-profit universities before. This was a part of a broader investigation. More than 5,000 people were ripped off for millions of dollars.
Across the country or just in New York?
Across the country.
How many New Yorkers?
And in New York, there were 700 people who were victims of the scheme. But it was run as a New York university, held themselves out to be a New York university. In fact, was never registered, was never certified, didn't do any of the things you have to do to call yourself a university. So we brought this suit back in August of 2013, long before anyone thought he would be the Republican nominee for president. And it has nothing to do with politics. It's just a straight-up fraud case. They made representations to these people that they would teach them his personal secrets to get rich in real estate. He had nothing to do with writing the curriculum. The president of the university has testified to that under oath. So is he. So it was. It's really a pretty straightforward fraud case. It's just that he has now entered the political scene, and so it's gotten a different level of attention. And for whatever reason, he decided to attack both me and the judge in the parallel case, right, which is a class action in California, starting on Friday. And so we've entered the debate.
So you are involved, in at least in a kind of tangential way, in the Clinton campaign, correct? You're on the New York Leadership Council for Hillary Clinton's campaign?
I endorsed her a long time ago.
Right. So I mean, this is just part of what Trump's argument, right, is that this is a purely political thing. He also gave some money to you at one point, right?
Oh, yes. He actually, after I won the Democratic primary in 2010, he gave me $12,500.
Right. So just address the question. I mean, I think, from Trump's point of view, all of this is politics, right? The only reason all this is happening to him is because of the fact that he's become so successful in politics. You have political motivations here that you want to disclaim?
We started this investigation in 2012. We sued him in August 2013. There was nothing going on then relating to him in politics. It's not credible that this is a political case. This is a fraud case. There were thousands of victims, and we're talking about people who in 2008, 2009, 2010, in hard times, bought this pitch, and we've seen many people buying his pitches lately that tell you what happened. But we have videos of him saying, my hand-picked experts will teach you my personal secrets. You can learn everything I learned in a lifetime in a weekend seminar. And we know from the sworn testimony that he gave and that the president of the university gave that he never met the instructors. They weren't his hand-picked experts. He didn't write the curriculum, so they weren't his secrets. People thought that it was a university. The New York State Department of Education kept writing them letters saying, you got to stop calling yourselves a university. The thing was a scam from beginning to end, so it's a fraud. We've brought a lot of fraud cases against people holding themselves out to be lawyers who are defrauding immigrants, other for-profit colleges. This is what we do.
What kind of evidence do you have, if any, that it's not part of the public record yet?
In our case, most of what we've got in our case is in the public record. There's some stuff that's been sealed in the California class action, although the judge recently, in that case, announced that he was unsealing other portions of it. But we have the playbooks, which are the scripts for the instructors, for the pitch men and it's clearly instructions designed to get people to spend as much money on Trump seminars as possible. And we have transcripts of the actual seminars themselves. So it's nothing really secret here.
He says he doesn't want to settle and he won't. But if he came to you, I know you don't want to negotiate right here, but what would be a just kind of settlement in this case?
He has to pay back the money from all the people that he ripped off, and he has to pay whatever the fines are that are assessed by the state of New York. You can't allow people to run around saying, this is the Halpern University, this is the Halpern Hospital, this is the Halpern Law Firm. We have laws about that in New York regarding the integrity of our institutions, and he's going to have to pay the fines that he owes New York State. He's going to have to pay everyone back.
But just on that one point of not being a university, on the face of it, from your point of view, it should have been shut down from the first day, right?
It was, but we've got the record, and this is all before the court. Again, but these big cases, the class action in California, in my case, have been pending for years. There have been motions made. A lot of these arguments Trump makes, he's made to the courts, and they've been rejected. He lost virtually everything in a set of motions that were decided in March of this year. In our case, he's made the arguments. We have records of them sending deceptive letters back to the New York State Department of Education. We're moving to another state. We're changing the way we do business. At one point, there was a physical forced entry into their offices because they claimed they weren't in New York. So this is all before the court.
You've not deposed Trump at this point, right?
We have not, and we do not think we need to, because we've got his deposition in the California case. We did depose the president of the university, and other employees and students have been deposed, and we can use the sworn testimony in either case. We're ready to go to trial.
Right. You don't think you need to? Is there anything that might change that might cause you to change your mind and bring Trump in?
And, you know, at this point, we're ready to proceed without deposing him. The judge has indicated she wants a trial with live witnesses. He's taking a last appeal to the highest court in New York, and once that's decided, we're ready to go.
Okay.
Professor Schneiderman, thank you. Thanks to the Attorney General